Fernandez, Communications Director with the Collin County Association of Realtors. I'm joined today by Matt Hilton. Matt's not only one of our realtor members, but he also sits on our board of directors. And most importantly for today's conversation, Matt heads up our dues task force. CCAR's dues task force is made up of members and staff members whose main goal is to work together to find ways to find it easier for CCAR members to pay their dues. And we're here today because Matt came up with a great idea. CCAR recently announced a dues installment payment plan, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So Matt, what made you come up with this idea?
Well, as a manager of an office in McKinney, at the end of the year, agents would come to me and say, Matt, I just don't have the money to pay the dues that are due at the end of the year, or I'd rather buy Christmas presents for my kiddos, or even the top producers. I've heard from them that they would rather have a regular installment of some sort rather than one lump sum at the end of the year, when it's typically slower for a lot of agents. So with all that combined, it really made me start thinking, what can we do? Is there a solution? So I started asking questions, and this is where we are.
Great, and we've already had so many members sign up for this. This is really something that's become quite popular. So if someone wants to sign up for the installment plan, how does that work?
They need to let CCAR staff know by September the 12th, which is Monday after Labor Day, and let them know that they want to participate in the payment plan. There are equal installments, the first installment being October 1st, the next one January 1st, and then April 1st. And if you participate in the payment plan, there is a $29 convenience fee that is already added into those installments.
Okay, so that's good to know that they need to let us know no later than September 12th. They can do that by emailing on the screen right now, Donna@ccar.net. That's who they need to email to let them know that they want to be part of the installment plan. So what are some of the benefits to those members who choose to do the installment plan? Why would they want to do that?
Well, for those of you who want to have more of a consistent budget and consistent payments that you know of that are coming up every quarter, that would be the biggest reason, I would think. So that every quarter beginning October 1st, you know that there's $160 that's due for your NAR, TAR, and CCAR dues. And included in that is a recommended $35 fair share to tree pack as well. So just as it has in years past. So that would be the biggest reason, I would think, is just so you don't have that big one lump sum at the end of the year to participate in the plan. Also in June, for those of you who have super keys, that will be the $190, around $190 that will be due in that month. And so we strategically looked at when those payments came due, and so the three payments again are October 1st, January 1st, and April 1st, and then in June Super will send you a separate bill for your super key.
Okay, so that is really convenient for people that are on budgets and need to fit that in, because it's going to be about the same amount that they're paying every quarter if they're on the installment plan, and then of course in June with Supra. Now, how does that work for members who are also MLS subscribers? Do they get billed separately for their MLS? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's going to be on the same bill. It's going to be $106.60 that's going to be on the bill that will be sent directly to MLS, and then you'll also see the $160 that is your installment plan for those three payments.
Okay, and actually I believe those are coming out as two separate bills, but in the same month.
Right.
So, yeah. So, and Matt had talked about the $160. Those are for realtor members. If you sign up for the installment plan, you're paying in installments of $160 on October 1st, December 1st, and April 1st. Obviously, broker managers are going to pay a little bit more. Affiliates are going to pay a little bit less. We have all that information on our website. So if that's something you want to take a look at, come visit our website, and then if you decide you want to participate, let us know by September 12th. Now, you mentioned something interesting. You said that in the bill there's going to be something called a tree pack investment, and I know that's something we have this year when people pay their 2011 dues. Can you tell us what tree pack is and why that's important for people to participate in that?
Most definitely. Thank you for asking. Tree pack is the Texas Real Estate Political Action Committee, and it is a group that is an advocate for us in the realtor community. When legislation comes up that affects realtors or homeowners, TREPAC is there to help lobby those legislators to make sure that they vote in accordance, that will be the biggest benefit to either the realtor community and or homeowners. So it's kind of like having insurance for your business. The optional $35 fee that is on your bill, it's kind of like your optional insurance that you pay for your car or your house, right?
Right.
And you want to make sure that if something happens to your car or house that you have insurance.
Right.
And you want to make sure that if something was to come up where we have a transfer tax or we have our commissions taxed, that $35 or more that we contribute to TREPAC is there to make sure that we have the strongest political action committee in Texas and that we have that strong advocacy for us in the realtor community.
Well, thank you for explaining that, because there's a lot of people out there who probably don't know what that's for. So, as we mentioned, we've been talking today about the installment payment plan. There is still the option for members to pay their dues in a one lump sum. Regardless of whether you're on the installment plan or you want to pay your dues at once, you'll get your first bill in September. For those that are paying on the installment plan, your first payment is due October 1st. For those who are paying at one time, your bill will be due on December 1st. And it's interesting to note, you mentioned with the installment plan there's a $29 convenience fee.
Right.
If you pay your bill at once, you don't have to pay that $29, so it's a little savings there. So, Matt, I just want to thank you so much for coming up with this idea. It's a great tool for our realtors to use to help in their budgeting or help when they're worried about, paying for the holidays and all of that. So, as we mentioned, that came out of our dues task force, and I just want to thank you so much because it really gives CCAR the opportunity to provide the tools and resources our members need to succeed. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you, Jonna, for having me. And I want to thank the task force that was comprised of fellow realtors and staff members that helped come up with the idea, because I definitely couldn't have done it myself. So, thank you, and thank you.